All right. Welcome everyone to December 5 Zeam call. We will discuss updates and then we will discuss our progress for DevNet 1 and and then we'll also discuss our readiness for DevNet 2, and then we'll basically take up any issues or any announcements that will come up. So with that, let's start from Anshul.
During the week, I worked on creating the bindings for Lean VM. So I have created Python bindings. I also have to create Zig bindings, and I'll like catch up with Gajinder to see like if if we want to like implement that on the lean VM and Zig as well. So if that is something that we want to do eventually, so I can start working on it parallelly. Apart from that, since like now I have the Python bindings, I'll continue my work and add this onto the spec repo as well. Apart from that, I had raised like another PR on Zeam to basically add node logs. So for that, like I have added a node repository where I'm maintaining ENR name and the validator ID. So that PR is already up. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, Anshul, so I'll look into the PRs that you have raised. And for Lean VM, yes, the bindings for Zig we will need as a part of integrating it to Zeam. But for doing the spec PR, where basically you will use Python bindings. So aggregation. So the instead of now signatures, just to tell you, I'm not sure whether you were in the last Wednesday call that we had. So the aggregation is happening on on the proposer side for now. So proposer, instead of having a list of signatures, they will aggregate it using lean VM, and there will be just one signature. And since this signature is not recursively uh, provable and verifiable, because that is going to be part two of lean VM. So that means that the attestations from the block will not be imported. So with this particular change, you need to do the spec PR, so that when this spec is out, then we can uh, basically circulate it among other clients and agree on it, as well as implement it on Zeam. Do you have any questions as such regarding what I just explained?
No, I mostly get it. I'll ping you in case there's some confusion that I face. Apart from that, I'll also like go through the call once because like there are some recordings that might be available. So I'll go through it as well once just to uh just to get like a brief overview about that. But
So can we have this spec PR over the weekend, because you already have the bindings, I guess?
yeah, sure. I'll try to do that.
Cool. Yeah, Partha.
Just for my understanding here, Gajendra, so now we have a new, I don't think we are going to have a new role called aggregator, right? So, how would, I mean, validators decide which signatures should be verified using the lean VM, and which can be done through regular means itself?
So right now, the block signature, right? That is the only thing that we are aggregating, and we are not aggregating anything else. And the block
Okay.
proposer is aggregating. So attestations will follow normal signatures, and then
Okay.
block, instead of signatures that we add in block, there will be just a block
Oh,
aggregated block signature, and there could be a separate proposer signature, because proposer signature is for the current slot, right? While we
yeah.
aggregate the signatures of attestations that were for the last slot, for the parent. So with this particular change, we will do it. But the next change would be to bring in an aggregator role, where wherein basically there will be like how we randomly pick up a proposer, we will randomly pick up aggregators and basically have a committee of the sorts. And then basically that committee will be aggregated by maybe the first one in that committee, or we'll figure out who will aggregate that committee, again in a
But
round robin manner.
right, but from the either the attestation or block attestation that comes in, we would know whether the particular signature is an aggregated signature or a regular signature. Is it otherwise? How would we know whether we have to use LeanVM for the verification or the regular HashSig library for the verification?
Yeah, so right now it is very clear that the block signature is an
Yeah.
aggregated one, while
Hmm.
any other signature is not. But eventually going forward, yes, there will be a signature type that will say that, uh, what kind of signature this is.
Okay.
Because in the end, apart from attestation signatures, all the signatures in the block are going to be aggregated, right? So
Right.
so by object, you will be knowing that what is aggregated and what is not. And while
Okay.
we are aggregating in the block signatures, so we will also aggregate the attestation answer by the attestation data. So uh, so while we are aggregating, so aggregation has to happen by the attestation data that these signatures are voting for. So we
Okay.
still might have a list of signature, I guess,
Hmm.
but aggregated by attestation data, or we can also have a total aggregate signature. I don't think we need to even aggregate by attestation data, because in the end, it is just a proof. The aggregated signature is just a proof, right? So it doesn't need really attestation data to be same across everything. It just means that these particular signatures were present in the block and were correctly verified by the block proposer. So the proof of that. So we might not actually need aggregation by aggregation data, but we might still integrate aggregate the attestations by attestation data. So yeah, I'll think about it and we'll discuss it, I guess,
I'll also
in
look into that
a day
and
or two. Yep.
develop an understanding, and then we can discuss it.
Yep. So I think for now, what we'll do is we'll go step by step, right? So let's just aggregate attestations by attestation data, and while the block signature is still a list of signatures, it will have the aggregated signatures of those aggregated attestations, right? So now we are moving into the domain of aggregated attestations. So that's a good thing, that we are moving closer to what the actual data might look like in the network.
Okay. Okay. Let me go through it. I'll discuss it with you async.
Cool. All right. Yep. Let's go to Partha.
So last week, I did few more optimizations on the HashSig library. Now it's fully compliant in the cross-language tests. I've got it verified on Mac, Ubuntu as well. Thanks, Nupur and Chaitanya, for helping me out with the tests. I have a draft PR that I've opened on Zeam repo that uses HashZig. I've got this working locally, all the tests, including sim tests, but for some reason, the simulations on CI alone seem to be failing. When I debug or inspected it, I see that justifications are happening, but finalization doesn't happen even after the job runs for over 6 minutes. I'm not sure. I have some questions around it. On the integration tests, the first finalization has a custom logic to finalize within the first 5 blocks. Uh, but this doesn't seem to happen within the CI when I integrate HashSig. So it's weird because it's got nothing to do with the HashSig integration, because signature verification, everything passed, but the finalization alone doesn't happen. So Gajendra, I might speak to you separately on this. I'm trying to test this locally. My finding just before this call was that in the CI, the first slot doesn't get finalized within the 5 slots. So finalization doesn't happen even after running 40 odd blocks slots. So I don't know why this is happening. I have to dig deeper. But once I resolve that, I think that PR should be ready for review.
The current finalization happened at, after 5 slots it start happening. I don't know. From what I remember is that depending upon whatever randomness was in the particular test, it sometimes happen
Right.
at fifth slot or it can happen at 10th slot. But
Okay.
definitely happens much before 20th slot for sure. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
why it's not happening? So when you run the same test locally, which is just a beam sim,
Mhm.
why do you think it's not happening? I
No,
mean,
on locally it runs. I don't see any issue when I run it locally, but only on the CI it fails. Uh,
so CI, there must be CI logs. So can you look at the logs and
yeah,
see
uh,
why?
I'm doing it right now. Yeah.
From what I remember is that we start the Genesis, we add the Genesis time after we generate the keys. So as such, I don't see a reason that, since I'm assuming that your library is taking more time to generate the keys, but to generate to sign and verify, I mean, it's taking definitely more than what Trust Library is taking, but it should not be a problem for the amount of signatures that two node SIM basically does. So yeah, I mean, just see on the CI SIM log
Yeah.
that what is happening over there.
Yeah, I'm looking at it as we speak. I'll reach out as soon as I have more information on that and come back.
Got it. All right, let's move to Kai.
Yes. Uh, so this week, I resumed the spec test works. So that PR already merged. Right now, I'm still still looking at the issue about Zeam and Lantern disconnect. Uh, so I want to add some debugs info. So I'm still testing. But for the retry mechanism, so right now I think all the clients don't have this mechanism because in general it's not the responsibility for the um, for this module. I think um, the the beacon client maybe has this feature in the service discovery module. Um, but I can add some naive retry mechanism.
Yeah,
So,
I
but
think we just need naive retry that, since a peer got disconnected and if its reason is retriable, right? For example, timeouts, then probably we can add a retry over there, right? So if the retry fails, then obviously we leave it. But if the retry succeeds, or maybe have at least 3 retries before we give up the peer, once a disconnection even happens, right? So on every disconnection, we just retry 3 times, and if it doesn't connect, then we basically leave it.
yeah. So it's not hard to add. So yeah. So but I want to look at the course first.
And also, I mean, this is one mechanism. The other thing is that we should also have sort of DB where we can basically, also retry it after a long time if the connections are low, right? So we have like a main connection that we are looking for. And so this is a second part to this retry mechanism that we can put in, but it can happen at a later stage, right? uh, where we'll have sort of a peer pool where we will retry the connections if we are running low on connections. And but after these first three retries, if it doesn't connect, then we basically retry it after some long time, maybe an hour or two.
Yeah, yeah. So so for the current phase, I think maybe we can we can only keep some mm, simple approach is enough. Uh, but I still not found the root cause. So so maybe you give me some more time.
Yeah, I mean, we can keep debugging in the meantime, but also let's get the retry done so that we can run the long running DevNet, right? So let's not
Okay.
delay that, because this simple resolution can help us get around that. And in the meantime, we can keep on debugging this.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, Mercy.
So I wanted to ask Sky, are you also getting the error I showed you? Because I'm getting the failed to send attestation error from them.
I haven't seen it, but has anybody else seen it?
Uh, I saw that arrow, but it seems not effective feature. So another issue I found is the consensus progress is not progress. I think that's another big issue.
What is the particular issue? Can you elaborate it?
So when you run the network, so three clients such as Zeam, Ream, and Lantern a long time, yeah. After Zeam, Lantern disconnect, yeah. Uh, the network still running, but after some while, the justificate the checkpoint and the finalized checkpoint will not increases. So seems consensus is not works.
So maybe then the attestations are not getting distributed, at least, and blocks are not getting distributed to all the peers. So what we should do is maybe we should have, so there is this PR by Scotty that printed the block tree, which
Uh,
basically showed.
in the Zeam log, we can see some arrow. One arrow is unknown header block, and another arrow is future slot. I can see these two arrows, but in Rim and Lantern, I don't see any arrows. And for Rim, the connect peers always two, so it seems all is okay, but the consensus not works after some while.
Okay, I will also start doing long runs, and that is the point of having long runs, to basically surface out these issues and try to debug and fix them. So yeah, Nupur.
So like when I was testing and when I was testing with three of the peers, so Zeem, Ream, and Lantern. When Lantern disconnected, the justification and finalizing was progressing. So I'm not sure like how like it was progressing for a long time after, even after Lantern disconnected.
Yeah, that's why we need basically a long running public DevNet of the sorts where we can all, see what is happening to the test cases. And since there is some sort of randomization that happens because these are networks, real networks, when you are trying to run these nodes. So it is possible, yeah, that in some of the run scenarios that you would come to a point where there is a chain split and uh, basically we are not able to sync the parents, which is why it should happen. Otherwise, we should be able to sync the parents, and I'll look into Anshal's PR for that and try to merge it in so that if we have if we get attestations or blocks where we don't know the parents, we can try to sync them up. So I think, yeah, that is something that we definitely need to prevent the chain split issues and the divergence of the network view that each of these nodes will see. Yeah, Mercy.
Sorry, I am trying to understand. Nako said the finalization continued, but on my own end, the finalization got stuck at slot 329, and then the checkpoint also got stuck at slot 335, I think. So the same with Kai. So I'm trying to understand why we are having like different cases, because finalization got stuck for
I think
me,
it
got
depends upon
stuck
the
for
number of
Kai.
nodes that are there in the network.
I was running okay, when initially Zeam and Lightning connected, though when they disconnected, our validator dropped from two to one.
Was
Our
that the
connected pairs dropped from two to
So
one rather.
initially,
Our connected pairs dropped from two to one. Then the consensus got paused. The checkpoint also got stocked.
So it's not unusual to get different results from running these experiments, and that is why we want to run them so that we can. I mean, there is always some randomization that is going on in terms of which node produced what and what got disconnected and which blocks you did not see. So that split of the network that the nodes will see, it is definitely possible, and it is also possible that there is no split and all these nodes keep passing each other attestations and blocks even when there is a disconnection between two of the nodes, which is what the point of gossip sub protocol is, right? So you don't need to be connected to everyone for a perfect distribution of the data. As long as there is a path, you should be able to find something. uh, so yes, in that regard, I mean, that is the point of doing all these experiments where we try to basically make sure that the nodes are able to recover from such scenarios, and we basically try to debug and figure out all the errors and edge cases that are happening. So yes, so long running networks and debugging and fixing the issues is going to be our focus, apart from whatever we are doing for DevNet 2. All right. Okay, let's move to Mercy.
Okay, last week I did work in support of Jason at SSD for Jihad Sync CLI. That's all I did.
Cool. Let's move to Nupur.
so I was working mostly on testing with Lantern, and I tested some other PRs, and I was also reviewing a few PRs. And I finalized the folk choice metrics PR, which is yet to be merged. So, and I see Katya is here, so we can actually go over my results. So, what is expected for folk choice? And I can share my screen and Just one sec. Yeah. So this was the screenshot, Katya. So screenshot that I have taken. So the lean attestation with the valid total lean attestation. This is the only one that I have changed from your PR. So now we have two. So it is a like it is a labeled counter. So we have source as gossip attestation, gossip block attestation, and the invalid as well will have two source, two labels.
So do we want labels with underscore, or I mean, this is as a string with spaces is fine?
That like I can change anytime, whatever is requirement basis that.
Yeah, I think we should just standardize it. So probably it could be gossip and blog. So I will open a PR and share in the chat.
Okay, awesome.
But thank you. Yeah. Mhm.
Thank you.
All right. So let's welcome Katya to the call as well. Katya, over to you. You have anything for us?
Yes, hello everyone. I opened the PR to just for metrics flag for Lean Quick Start, just to easily set up metrics because some of the clients have these flags, some of them not. So Zeam and Dream have. Currently, I just do it locally, so change the comments whenever it will be merged, so it will be helpful to run with metrics. Regarding metrics, so why I started to dig into Zeam metrics because currently I'm having like the difference between state transition time for Zeam and other clients. So, and it's interrupted. Probably I can share the screenshot in the Zeam chat if you don't mind. Sometimes just the graphs can be really insightful, so maybe sometimes it helps investigate the issues. I'm not sure if it's issue or not, but as you can see, state transition is time is interrupting for Zeam. Can you see the screenshot in the Zeam Telegram group? So regarding the time, it can be okay. The differences can be like fully normal because everyone has its own implementation for now. Everyone's on its stage, but maybe interrupting, not sure if it's okay or not. So this metric is a little bit confusing for me from the Zeam side. If you have any ideas or maybe later, just let me know. I'm going to publish this interop dashboard as well, so you can run and compare. It will be in the metrics repo, maybe on Monday. I will let you know, so you can compare some results and see the other clients as well. And I wonder if we can add some metrics for connecting, disconnecting peers, because it makes things easier just to monitor, like is it possible? How do you think, for example, when the peer connects and disconnects, just to have this metrics?
Yeah, it's possible in Zeam.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, I think it's like will be helpful to add this metric and monitor it on the dashboard.
All right, cool. So we will also see, or if you can help us debug, if you want to help us debug why our state transition is taking longer, or what exactly in our state transition is taking longer. So that would be useful for us. And other thing I wanted to know, Katya, was So are you totally focused on metrics, or you would also want to focus on lean quick start, for example, running it for DevNet, long running DevNet fund, right? And basically managing it all, including, for example, the Ansible PR that I will merge over the weekend. So I just
Yeah, this
metrics,
is
or would
also.
you be?
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so just I wanted to know, so what is that you want to focus on, and if sort of, I mean, it's sort of DevOps, but I think it is not something that we can just hand off to the each DevOps team. So in that regard, would you be interested in sort of running the DevNet DevOps?
Yes, I'm definitely interested in it, in this kind of work. I was following your discussion in the PQ Interop chat, and yes, was going to also ask just to monitor the network.
Right. So what we can try for now is that you being you having the ownership of running the networks, and basically, as such, you then also have the ownership of Lean Quick Start, basically running and maintaining and running it. Right. So with that regard, if you are interested in this thing, I think that is something that can work out in the current setup.
Yes, yes, sure.
All right.
That sounds interesting for me. Yeah.
Cool. Cool. So welcome, and hope to see a deeper engagement with you, Katya.
Yes, thank you, Gajinder.
All right. Cool. And so everybody, Chaitanya.
Yeah, I can go. So this week I worked primarily on the SSE validator key consumption, so the change over that side. Apart from it, I was finally able to single out and push out the fix for the #6 CLI issue that was over present. That was also stopping a lean quick start downstream. And apart from it, I was not aware Nupur is also working on this. I picked up my old invalid attestation PR, and I was just getting it, just resolving the merge conflicts because it was quite old. But since Nupur has an up-to-date PR, I'll wait for her to merge. Mine also had some granular metrics. So what I can do after the Nupur's PR is merged, the PR, I can add granular metrics to that itself. So and that apart from it, you also mentioned this four choice visualization PR. I was actually going to ask if I should pick it up. What I was planning to do, I think I shared it over in some previous calls as well, but I was thinking of doing it a Grafana based visualization for this using node graphs. So it will be more visual, and it will also add to the UX improvement that we discussed in previous calls, having better UX than other clients working on the same thing. So if there is nothing else of higher priority, I can work on this for the next week.
I mean, yeah, so visualization is sort of priority because it helps us debug what's going wrong in the DevNet. So that will be a good thing to do. And for your SSD hasher, can you restate what is the update of what is the update over there?
I meant the SSE validator key consumption on Zeam.
Oh, okay. So yes, we would. Right now, there are, I think, Mercedes PR dump both of the formats onto Lean Quick Start. So yeah, we can have it. How? What is the progress that you have made over it?
So I've tested with Mercy's PR as well. I've also, it's a very one flag change in Lean Quick Start. I've raised the PR for that as well. So I've tested the whole end-to-end pipeline using Mercy's updated #6 CLI, the updated image, as well as the changes on Zeam I did. So things seem to work fine. So as long as the only issue I found, it's not really an issue, is when you have older keys already existing in your lean quick start, especially the JSON ones. while the Zeam image, the ones that I use with my changes, expect SSZ ones, then there can be uh, invalid signatures, and so attestations were not going through. But if you clean, do a fresh repo, that should work. I've tested it end to end as well.
Got it. I think we don't need to worry about breaking the old stuff as of now, so that is fine. We can just tell everyone that to uh, clean up the generated keys so that you can have SSC based keys as well. So yeah, so put up those PRs and I will review and merge them.
Yep, all those are out.
Okay, but I also need to have a substantial progress on Poseidon Hasher. So what is the status on that?
I'm still waiting to be added to that group. We need to discuss with the cryptography team. I pinged you over the week as well.
So apart from the particular formats, right? What is the exit? What is the field that we need to take, or what is the output format for the hasher? Is the PR ready? I mean, as such, with whatever configurations for Poseidon that you currently have.
So for the current configuration, that the whole issue is that we are either going overboard with the number of bits that we can have with 16-bit width, and with 24 we are going overboard, and then we'll need to have some standardized uh, padding sort of thing. So that is the whole issue right now. We need to pick between either of these two, and then if we do so, what should be the way to do all this padding and everything, so we do not do any if we go under, we don't do any lossy compression, and if we go over, we don't do any collisions.
So I mean, the padding is the padding not apparent? If with 24, what is the size of the outputs?
With 24-bit, I do not remember from top of my head. I had it shared in the last call. I'll look it up again. But it was higher than what the SHA-256 gives, so we have some buffer as well. But again, if we want to have a drop-in replacement with the SHA hasher, like I intended to do with my last PR, we'll somehow need to manage it for the sizes.
Okay, I will add you to the relevant group or form a relevant group, and we can sort of discuss over there. But in your current PR, you have done it with 16
Yep.
bit.
Yeah, 16 feet width. Yes.
Yes, so maybe we can see if we can try to merge it and merge that and try to use that hasher in some way.
I think that does not that should not be merged, because as I shared, it does not correspond to how Clonky does its compression, and also because it was doing lossy compression, and it also introduced collision. So I'm not sure if that is what we should do right now. That is why I have stopped working on that exact PR and working more on the Plonky alignment side, so that we are doing what we do correctly.
Okay, all right, then we should talk with the cryptographers imminently and figure this out. Cool. So my update, I was thinking about how we should proceed on DevNet 2 and the exact work that we should be doing on the specs, and then follow it up with the implementation on Zeams, as well as reviewing the PRs and trying to push the teams for the long running DevNet. So yeah, that be my update. With that, we are done our updates. Do we have anything else that we need to discuss?
Just one small thing, like I don't know if Partha brought it up, but like we were discussing the requirement of a Zeam core team um, TG group because like this one seems to be very like I don't know, it seems very noisy. So
I mean, it's better that we dev in public, so because then everybody is seeing what we are doing, and
No,
that is sort of the
uh,
preferred way.
I follow what you're saying, Gajendra, but I had this discussion with Nupur as well. We're getting unnecessarily dragged into a lot of what do you say? I mean, for example, if you see the conversation from last night to today, both Kai, Nupur were discussing something, and we were being bothered about something totally irrelevant. And I think it would make sense for something that is necessary within the core team alone to be probably discussed elsewhere. But anything engaging with the community can be on the Zeam common Telegram group. This is just a suggestion or something so that we don't get distracted over responding to unnecessary comments. That's my
I
point.
mean, I do understand it's an issue. It could be a challenge, but other teams they struggle with bringing their, you know, team dev updates or discussions into the public group because I have
Right.
been there, and so but that is naturally happening over here. So in that sense, I mean, unless it's really a problem, I would not want it to sort of, you know, go in up another private channel.
It's fine.
Cool.
You just have to develop thick skin, I guess.
Absolutely. I mean, that is part of
Yeah.
developing in public, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mercy.
So I have a question about the YQ strength interlocked and that the error you were getting because on my own end I was unable to reproduce that same error and I'm kind of like walking blindly on how to resolve it. So I don't know if you can check the new push I made if you're still having the same error.
Yeah, okay, I will check it. I mean, even though the error is not critical, so maybe it's just because I'm on Ubuntu. There's some particular version of IQ. Um, I'll check it, but what I tested when I tested your PR last, it was just printing out that string that you were trying to extract and print out. But even then, if it's not working, I guess it's not really a critical change, and it has sort of resolved the error that was showing up. I mean, just print the string, so at least it does not. The user does not think that something is going wrong. So in that sense, yeah, I'll check it and I'll just merge it because we need to focus on long running DevNet and figure out the issues and the edge cases so that we can have a stable network.
So I have a question about the RIM side. How do you like coordinate with them? Because I'm still getting an error from I'm still running the nodes and I'm still getting the same error from RIM. So how do we like coordinate with them to understand the same error warnings from their own end?
File a bug on the repo with some context, basically with logs and logs attached. I guess so that is the best way to go about it. Yeah, Kate, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I just wonder, I'm struggling with the port conflict, port 9000, if anyone has this issue as well or not, or it's only me, because this port is used by Orbstack or Docker for me on my side. I'm using Mac M4, so I have to change this port locally for Zeam. In this case, it works. Otherwise, it just breaks the finalization. I wonder if anyone had this issue.
I'm on Mac. I've not noticed any port conflicts from my end.
Maybe we
So,
can change the
yeah,
validator configs to start from 9001 instead of 9000.
yeah, that'd be fine. So,
Okay.
Katya, can you just PR on the validator config?
Yes. Okay. Okay. Thanks. Because this port is probably, I don't know, like publicly used often or, but yeah, thank you.
Cool. Any other issues that we have to discuss? All right, guys, thank you for today's call. And now we will meet you on, we'll see you on Friday. But before that, we'll definitely see you on the Wednesday call on 10th December. And yeah, so even before that, let's keep the updates rolling in. And let's focus on the long running DevNet and get it out of the door.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks.